was going to ask you, it was 0-0 for a while. Once you got that first goal, what did you see kind of change in the way the game was going?
I think we just kind of had a little bit of a momentum shift there. I thought St. Lawrence came at us pretty well at the beginning there. Once we started settling in and getting our feet moving, started controlling the puck a little bit more in their zone. During the second part of that first period, that's when we started getting some pucks through to the net, and obviously we had some good bounces and that to some players that were wide open, and that to get us on the scoreboard there.
And some nice games in this building are tough, but when you got the third goal in the first period when Cayley scored, how did that maybe change things too for you guys?
Yeah, obviously having a 3-goal lead after the first period is great. The one thing I told the players though in between periods after that first period was, I've been coaching against SLU a long time, and they never seem to give up and they never die. We've had a lot of games where they've come back and put the pressure on us and won games, so I told them to remain focused. The second period got a little bit crazy there with some penalties and stuff like that, and but I thought our girls did a good job kind of staying composed and coming back.
You've coached against St. Lawrence a lot. Chris Wells is not the most orthodox guy, and that's probably the first time I've seen a 6-on-3 with 32 minutes left in the game. How big was it for you guys to only let up one goal in that situation and almost really get out of it unscathed?
Yeah, that was the crazy thing. I thought we did a great job. We probably blocked about 10 shots. It really energized the bench. Even when we got scored on, when the players came back to the bench, it was just nothing but praise for them. The whole team was telling them great job, even us coaches. And I still think, even though they scored on it, I still think it was kind of a victory and kind of gave us that kind of little boost in that type of situation.
And I was just what were you kind of upset about after that goal?
Well, I thought our player kind of lost your stick there, and their player kind of shoveled it into the corner, and so I was asking him about that and if they should blow it dead or what should happen there. So
it has to change when you have a blowout like this and you got to play the same team again 2 days later. What do you kind of expect to get from them on Saturday when they come to Cheel? Especially the way they lost today.
Yeah, exactly. You can only think that it's just going to motivate them a little bit more to come at us a little harder. Obviously, they're probably a little disappointed with the results tonight. At the same time, I think our players, they need to refocus and not go into the Saturday night's game thinking that we're going to have another blowout.
Just first, the last minute of the first period, as a coach, how tough is that when you get 2 goals like that? Especially, I know coaches hate late goals.
No doubt. Well, I don't like any goals, whether they're early, late, or middle. And I've been getting, as I was just saying to Jack, we got extended on that shift, and we could have held it, and to no goals on that shift, and they end up getting one, and then they get one on the next shift. But they were doing such a good job with their puck movement on the zone there. It almost looked like they're on the power play. We had a tough time knocking pucks down. They did a great job knocking pucks down and deflecting pucks on us all day. And they certainly deserve the win. Someone asked me if it's a 6-1 win. It certainly feels like it.
It was weird because it was the first part of the game was so even, and it looked like it could be like a 1-0, 2-0 kind of game. How surprised were you that it turned into a 7-goal game the way it started the first 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, never surprised with anything in this. The St. Lawrence Clarkson games. I can remember back from playing days. There's some 4-1, 5-1 games that got flipped around to 6-5, but. The first 14 minutes was a lot of fun. Back and forth, and I think once they got that first one, I think that's something that we're going to continue to work on, is be a little bit more resilient. We're a resilient team. They've had our number for the last couple of years, so when they get up on us like that after playing well, I think it stung a little bit, and we just didn't quite get to the intermission to be able to regroup a little bit, and they took advantage of it like all good teams do. They've only lost 3 games all year. We're not the only ones that got flushed down the toilet by them, so we'll be ready Saturday.
I was thinking about that too. It's tough to lose by 5 goals, but is it good when you get to play the same team again 2 days later and get a chance to maybe redeem yourselves a little bit and not have to wait around for
No, it's just good to play. Yeah. Right. If we were playing tomorrow, I'd tell you it was good. If we're playing Saturday, I'd tell you it's good. If we weren't playing them and we were playing somebody else, I'd tell you it's good. It's just fun to play, and the girls are going to have a good time here. We got a good day playing tomorrow. We're going to be able to get a practice and spend some time together, and we'll be ready to go on Saturday. We're going to have to really bring a real good effort because Clarkson plays even better over at Cheel, and it's been a while since we've dragged some points out of there, but this is a different team than we've had in the past, and we look forward to it.
It's kind of a strange game because it was 0-0 for so long. When you got that first goal, what did you kind of see change the way the game was going after that point?
I think the first goal kind of gave us some momentum and some confidence, and we really built off that. We knew that we would, if we kept building off that we'd be able to bury them. So I think it was a big confidence booster.
And then obviously, I know one thing hockey coaches hate is to score goals or give up goals in the last minute. When you got 2 goals back to back that quickly, what did that do to them? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to bury a few at the end of the first period there. I think they probably had to go in, try and regroup and everything. We just kind of had to keep our composure and know that we had to keep going after them.
And obviously, it's kind of weird because you can enjoy this, but you got another game against them in 2 days. Is it one of these where you can't get really too excited about this game because of that fact? Or,
No, I think we can. Like, it's good win and everything, so I think we need to keep building off that, though, and we can't forget about Saturday.
I know you guys played this team earlier in the year, but playing your first ECAC game, what do you think of this rivalry and playing against St. Lawrence in this building?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of good energy in the building, and you can feed off that. But I've never played in a game like this really before.
Right. How did it change when you guys got those 2 goals late in the first? Like, what did you kind of notice different after that point the rest of the way?
You could tell the energy on the bench just kind of picked up, and everyone kind of calmed down because it's kind of chaotic at the beginning of the game.
Right. And I see you played hockey for before you got here. What does that do to a team? I mean, you probably had happened to your own teams in the past when you give up a goal like that late in the period.
I guess you feel kind of defeated, or like you kind of get frustrated. You're just getting kind of physical out there, so you could tell they were frustrated with it.
And as far as you're going to play this team again Saturday too, like what do you kind of expect to get from them, especially after a 5-goal loss? I mean, you feel like you're going to get really fired up opponent on Saturday.
I think they're going to come out really hard, but I know we're going to come out just as hard because of the rivalry. But
I asked you first about the goal you scored at the end of the first period. How do you think that kind of maybe changed the way the game was going to go to get that 3rd goal in?
Yeah, so giving that 3rd goal going into the 2nd period, I think it just gave us a little bit of confidence knowing that we had that 3-goal lead and we were able to, just play with a little more calm in our game and, continue to take it to them knowing that we had that little padded stat in the background there.
And halfway through the first one, it was still kind of 0-0. Neither team was really able to get much going. Would you have been surprised if somebody told you were going to have 6 goals in this game at that point? Or?
Well, I knew we were working hard, and we were hoping that tonight would be the night that they would start going in for us. And it's always fun playing at SLU and against our rivalry. So all we did was just continue to pressure them and pepper them, and the shots finally started going in for us.
And the way, like in the conference-wise too, this reminds me a little bit of last year. You guys were kind of catching up to Harvard during the year. Do you see any similarities in the kind of run you're having now, compared to kind of how you finished last season?
Yeah, I mean, we can only hope that we have a great finish as we did last year, and the only thing we can do is to continue to play our games, and we know that every team that we face this second half is going to bring their best against us, and all we can do is continue to put in the effort and the work that it takes to get those wins.